We're talking about in 12 when AP went nuts against us in the last game of the year. Had a pretty good year that year. Obviously, in 16, we made our run and led the league in passing touchdowns. Didn't really get a sniff for some reason that year, but, I definitely felt like I was in the conversation. It's nice to be back in the conversation.
I am so happy that we played that sound. This was my request today, Dominique, because you and I love psychoanalyzing people. And I thought that was a fascinating insight into how you get to be Aaron Rodgers. So many players will say, oh, I don't care about that. It doesn't mean anything to me. I just want to win. There he is saying, yeah, I got left out of this conversation a few years ago when I deserved it, and I want the damn trophy this year. I love that he said that.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers is the best because we don't need to psychoanalyze him. He comes out and tells us exactly how he feels after they drafted Jordan Love. All those things come up, and Aaron Rodgers is completely forthright with the way he feels, and I respect it. And I think that it's probably hard psychologically to be considered maybe the most talented, maybe the best quarterback of all time for much of your career. And then you have a couple rough seasons, and this guy named Patrick Mahomes moseys on into the league, and it seems like we all forgot how good Aaron Rodgers was. And we talk about Patrick Mahomes like he's the greatest of all time after just a couple years. So I can understand Aaron Rodgers thinking, I put in all this work year after year after year. I'm not going to be shy about it. I want the MVP.
Yeah, I love it. Louis Riddick, what do you think? When you hear Aaron Rodgers saying things like that, what thoughts go through your mind?
It takes me back to when we interviewed him on Monday Night Football on a production call, and I sat there going, after he was done, I thought, is that it? Can we talk to him a little bit longer? Can we just hear him talk a little bit more? The guy is so cerebral and has so much that he can talk about and is so worldly and kind of calm and kind of understands his place in history, but at the same time is very keenly aware of what he perceives to be the disrespect that he has been shown when you are having the quote-unquote GOAT conversation. He knows he's pretty darn good. He knows he's doing things up there within that offense that if he had some of the weapons that maybe some of the other wide receivers have had, like right now. Now, really, really good wide receivers back in his day. But if he had some of the weapons that some of the other people have right now, there's no telling what his numbers can be. He's aware of that. He's aware of what people are saying, although he always has that nice, calm, cool demeanor. This is a guy who's supremely motivated by the disrespect. And at any point in time, or rather at all points in time, more than happy to shove it right down your throat as far as that disrespect that he feels as though he's getting. And I love everything about it. I absolutely love everything about it.
Hey, Dominique, it feels like he might as well be looking right into us and saying, nowadays everybody wants to talk like they got something to say, but nothing comes out when they move their lips, just a bunch of gibberish, and everyone acts like they forgot about Aaron. That's basically what it feels to me like he's saying.
I appreciate you update your hip-hop references from Rapper's Delight to Dre. That is damn impressive. Aaron Rodgers owed you some respect for the rapping that you just did on this program.
And I cleaned it up in an appropriate way as well. Super quickly, if you had to vote right now, Dominique, who gets it? Is it Aaron Rodgers or Patrick Mahomes?
Yeah, yesterday I said Aaron Rodgers, and after his comments, I have not changed my mind. I'm going to stick with Aaron Rodgers, though he does have more weapons than people give him credit for. Devontae is good, Aaron Jones is good, and that offensive line protects the hell out of him.
Louis, who gets your vote?
Yeah. Look, I'd give it to Patrick just because I think he's so different. But Aaron Rodgers gets the MVP of the guy who, I'll tell you what, his attitude, that's the most valuable attitude that in the NFL. I love everything about his edginess, man. I'm telling you, this guy is one of a kind, and we're gonna miss him when he's out of this league. That's for sure.
No question. All right, guys, sit tight with me. Much more on the NFL as we go. But this weekend is all about the college games. It's conference championship weekend, and no game has bigger stakes than Clemson, Notre Dame, the rematch. Our analytics give Clemson a 71% chance to win. That will position both them and the Irish to make the college football playoff. If it goes the other way, then that's when the chaos scenarios begin. Paul Feinbaum and Trevor Manich is with us here to break this thing down. Trevor, good morning to you. And let us start with the tape I know you put together on Trevor Lawrence. He didn't play the first time these two teams met. What does his presence mean on the field?
Well, it means everything because he'll be able to take advantage of things that his replacement, freshman DJ Uiagalelei, was not able to because of his lack of experience. And if you go back and look at that Notre Dame game, you see some of those opportunities. Even though Uiagalelei did a great job, he actually missed some opportunities. This is one of them. He throws behind Amari Rodgers just because he doesn't have the experience working with him. Here's the thing with the blitz. The blitz comes, he throws it away. Does he have to? Let's take another look at it. It's third down, they can still get a first down. And behind that blitz is a classic hot route. I think a quarterback with more experience, maybe Trevor Lawrence, might hit it and have an opportunity for first and goal. We don't know that for sure, but it is a missed opportunity for sure. And then in overtime, you've got Clemson down by a touchdown. They go to their trick play. It is a fake bubble screen, and they're going to try to get two guys deep into the end zone. This is what they've been working on for this very moment, but there's no time because here comes another blitz. Quarterback needs to transition to plan B right now, and it's there for a first down. But because of his inexperience, Uiagalelei hesitates just for a second. Blitz gets home. Now it's 2nd and 19. Pass rushers go crazy, and the game ends on 4th and 24. To have Trevor Lawrence there in this rematch is massive because he will be able to take advantage of things that his freshman backup was not able to.
Yeah, look, it makes all the sense in the world. Everyone says he's the best player in college football. Obviously, his presence has to be very significant. So, Trevor, you were in the studio with me the week of that first game. You told me Notre Dame was going to win. Who's going to win this one?
Notre Dame's going to win this one. They have more playmakers on defense, especially at linebacker with Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah and safety Kyle Hamilton. And on offense, Ian Book has more answers than Trevor Lawrence does. It sounds crazy, but in terms of tight ends and wide receivers that can do more things from more positions, Ian Book has more opportunities to take care of problems that arise. Notre Dame wins this game.
Wow, you are the first person I've had pick it that way, and that's fascinating. So, Mr. Feinbaum, let me come to you on that, because that unleashes the chaos scenario that talk show hosts like you and I love. If that happens, if Notre Dame knocks out Clemson, Paul, what happens?
Well, what happens is I believe Texas A&M will get in, but it's not certain because you have Texas A&M, Greeny, you have Cincinnati, who has already been dissed by the committee, and then you have the wildest of wild cards, Iowa State, assuming that Iowa State beats Oklahoma for the second time. Don't forget, Iowa State is way up there in the rankings, even though they lost at home a million weeks ago to Louisiana by only 17 points. If Iowa State were to get in there over, let's say, Texas A&M, it's the end of the world as we know it.
What do you think, Trevor Matich? What would be your prediction if Notre Dame does beat Clemson? How does that then fall out?
Well, stock up because Paul says it will be the end of the world as we know it, and the Big 12 champ will get in if that happens. Because when you look at A&M at number 5, the Aggies will not have the one thing that they need, or the two things that they need to move into that 4th spot over the Big 12 champ. One is the conference championship. The other is a important big top 10 win in their final data point, which the Big 12 champ will have, and against Tennessee, Texas A&M cannot have. I think the juice is all on the side of the 2-loss Big 12 champ with much wailing and gnashing of teeth.
Okay, listen, I don't root for or against any individuals. I just root for the story. I'm in the interesting business, and that would be